Hello and welcome to Quiz Time. I'm Jess and I'm coming at you with another 100 general knowledge questions. So let's go. Where was Cleopatra born? Egypt, Greece or Italy? Greece. In one of Vincent van Gogh's paintings, what food were people eating? Potatoes, radishes or carrots? Potatoes. In A Christmas Story, 1983, what did Ralphie want for Christmas? A remote control car, a Red Ryder BB gun or a Cabbage Patch doll? A Red Ryder BB gun. What was the profession of Marilyn Monroe's third husband? An author, a baseball player or a police officer? An author. What is the name of the galaxy in closest proximity to the Milky Way? Cartwheel, Black Eye or Andromeda? Andromeda. What did Paul Newman give away to friends, inspiring the start of his brand, Newman's Own? Salad dressing, bread or pastries? Salad dressing. In the 1990s television show Friends, what dessert on Thanksgiving did Rachel mess up? Pumpkin pie, apple pie or trifle? It's trifle. Yeah, I wouldn't have tried hers. It had meat in it. Ooh. What was Madonna's first Billboard Hot 100 hit? Like a Virgin, Holiday or Material Girl? Holiday. What is the official soft drink of the state of Nebraska? Kool-Aid, whiskey or milk? It's Kool-Aid. What was the term used by Charles Manson and his cult to describe their vision for the apocalypse? Prison, Helter Skelter or Book of Revelation? Helter Skelter. Which NASCAR driver was killed during an accident at Daytona International Speedway in 2001? Dale Earnhardt Jr., Dale Earnhardt Sr. or Jeff Gordon? Dale Earnhardt Sr. Actress Grace Kelly married the Prince of England, Sweden or Monaco? Of Monaco. Napoleon Bonaparte was exiled to the island of Elba. What country is 10 miles from Elba? Greece, France or Italy? Italy. True or false? Our author, Roald Dahl, wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because as a child, companies would send chocolate to his school to test. That's true. Now, why don't they do that these days? Easter Island has a grouping of large sculpted statues. What are these statues called? Moe, Mui, or Rapa Nu? Moe. The film Casablanca in 1942 was originally meant to be a Broadway play, television series, or story on the radio. Broadway play. Sigmund Freud was known as the founder of psychoanalysts. His book was called The Interpretation of Dreams, Psychosis, or the Mind. Dreams. Which show invented the concept of reruns on television? MASH, Gunsmoke, or I Love Lucy? I Love Lucy. Before World War II, what flavour filling was used in Twinkies? Banana cream, chocolate, or caramel? It was banana cream. The Beatles were known as the Fab Four. What band was referred to as the Fab Five? Motley Crue, Duran Duran, or Journey? It was Duran Duran. What was the name of the first woman to hold federal office in the United States? Margaret Sanger, Jeanette Rankin, or Alice Paul? Jeanette Rankin. Rudy, an American football movie about a walk-on athlete, went to what university? Ohio State University, University of Florida, or Notre Dame University? Notre Dame University. Hokey Pokey is a popular ice cream flavour in New Zealand. What ingredient is needed in this flavour? Rainbow sprinkles, honeycomb toffee, or brownie and cookie dough? We're on to food, I know. A Hokey Pokey is a honeycomb toffee. Ooh, quite fancy Hokey Pokey. Bell Laboratories filed the first patent for the telephone. What other invention did they patent in 1954? The refrigerator, solar panel, or jet plane? The solar panel. Which person served as the mayor of Cincinnati, Ohio from 1977 to 78 and years later had his own television show? Robin Williams, Bruce Willis, or Jerry Springer? Jerry Springer. What traditional Italian dessert is made of gelato and espresso? Affogato, tiramisu, or panna cotta? Why do we always do the food questions when I'm hungry? Affogato. What instrument was musician Dizzy Gillespie known for playing? The trumpet, the saxophone, or the piano? The trumpet. Which animals look in certain directions as their means of a voting system when travelling in groups? zebras, giraffes, or American buffaloes? American buffaloes. Which alcoholic drink is named after a Scottish folk hero? Jack Daniels, Shirley Temple, or Rob Roy? Rob Roy. Which US president was inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame? John F. Kennedy, Theodore Roosevelt, or Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln. What was the first product that the company Unilever released in 1904? Ice cream, scouring powder, or margarine? Scouring powder. What age do people of the Amish faith get baptized? At birth, 12 years old, or 18 years old? 18 years old. The original pair of Levi jeans sold for $50, 50 cents, $1.25, or $4.99. $1.25. What was American football player and convict O.J. Simpson's nickname? Juice, Hopalong, or Snacks? Juice. When the colonies were first settled, what was the northeast US called? England of the West, Newest England, or Dominion of New England? Dominion of New England. The oldest human skeleton discovered is 3.2 million years old. Where were these remains found? Greece, Ethiopia, or Madagascar? Ethiopia. In Greek mythology, which symbol was associated with Zeus, king of the gods? Olive tree, oak tree, or dove? Oak tree. What is the name of the street artist who began in the 1990s spray painting murals all over the world? Jean-Michel Basquiat, Andy Warhol, or Banksy? Banksy. True or false? The film Rocky was a family affair. Sylvester Stallone's brother and father were given small roles, and his wife was the still photographer on set. It's true. Which historical figure from the 1500s had the earliest drawings for contact lenses? Leonardo da Vinci, William Shakespeare, or Galileo Galilei? Leonardo da Vinci. In what year did the US ban television commercials for cigarettes? 1964, 1971, or 1984? 1971. Which location produces 71% of the world's maple syrup? Vermont, Canada, or Denmark? It's Canada. In 1979, a Major League Baseball game in Chicago had a promotion that ended in a riot. What was this promotion called? Bobblehead Night, Disco Demolition Night, or Baseball for All Night? Disco Demolition Night. What plants can grow up to 35 inches per day? Ivy, algae, or bamboo? Bamboo. What is the name of the dessert beverage created in New York City containing carbonated water, milk, and flavored syrup? Root beer float, black cow, or egg cream? Egg cream. What country utilizes open prisons when inmates can leave daily for work or school? Finland, Panama, or Turkey? Finland. What did the Candy Pixie stick start out as? Gelatin mix, cake mixture, or drink mix? Drink mix. The first fashion magazine was published in 1586. In what country was it published? Germany, United States, or France? Germany. Which gymnast received the first perfect 10 score at the 1976 Summer Olympics? Nadia Comaneci, Olga Korbut, or Svetlana Korkina? Nadia Comaneci. True or false? The Aztec Empire is suspected to have sacrificed around 1,000 people per year. It's false. The Aztecs sacrificed 250,000. The surrealist painter Salvador Dali was famous for his painting of melting clocks called The Persistence of Humans, Memory, or Time. Memory. Which 1980s film has a long-standing fan debate if it is considered a Christmas movie? When Harry Met Sally, Top Gun, or Die Hard? It's Die Hard. The fictional character Ichabod Crane was in which short story? The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, The Monkey's Paw, or The Telltale Heart? The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. The concept of the butterfly effect was developed in 1963 by a meteorologist, botanist, or geologist. A meteorologist. What company that still exists today released the first disposable razor? Schick, Bic, or Gillette? Gillette. What was the word used to describe the eldest son of the King of France? Archduke, Dauphin, or Baron? Dauphin. What is the medical term for hiccups? Singulatus, conjunctivitis, or tussis? Singultus. Which national park in Tanzania is known for its wild beast and zebra migration? Grand Teton, Mount Kilimanjaro, or Serengeti? Serengeti. What gin-based drink was invented in 1915 by a bartender at the Raffles Hotel in Singapore? Singapore Sour, Singapore Sling, or Singapore Sangria? Singapore Sling. Why did wearing eyeliner become popular in the 1920s? The discovery of King Tut's tomb, flappers wore eyeliners, or the prohibition made women want to wear more makeup? Discovery of King Tut's tomb. Which baseball player famously pointed to the spot he would hit the home run on his next pitch during the World Series? Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, or shoeless Joe Jackson? Babe Ruth. What was the earliest name for the board game Monopoly? The tycoon game, the real estate game, or the landlord's game? The landlord's game. The Huns lived through the 4th to 6th centuries when their famous king Attila killed during a war with Romans, on his coronation day, or on his wedding night. He was killed on his wedding night. Which Mexican painter was known for his painting self-portraits, nature, and Mexican artifacts? Frida Kahlo, Diego Rivera, or Jose Clement Orozco? Frida Kahlo. What novel had a 6-part radio show on BBC in 1978? The Hobbit, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or Doctor Who? The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. DNA fingerprinting was developed by a genetic in what year? 1986, 1973, or 1958? (1986). What was the first television advertisement in the US in 1941? Dunkin' Donuts, Bulova watches, or Bird's Eye peas? Bulova watches. Who wrote the song Do the Bartman for the animated television show The Simpsons? Michael Jackson, Prince, or Bon Jovi? It was Michael Jackson. What is the name of Canada's oldest national park? Jasper National Park, Banff National Park, or Prince Edward Island National Park? Banff National Park. In what city was the tomato-based cocktail, the Bloody Mary, invented? New York, London, or Paris? It's Paris. What was the name of false hips or side hoops that women wore under their dresses during the 1700s? Petticoat, panniers, or mantua? Panniers. The goal scored by Diego Maradona at the 1986 FIFA World Cup for Argentina against England was called the goal of the cup, the goal of the year, or the goal of the century. The goal of the century. That wasn't the hand of God then. True or false? Jack the Ripper would be reckless cutting the throats of his victims. False. He would cut the throats in a way that he would not get bloodstains on him. Which cereal is known as the breakfast of champions? Wheaties, Crazy Cow, or Bran Flakes? It's Wheaties. What was the first play Golden Age actress Olivia de Havilland landed a role in? Gone with the Wind, The Adventures of Robin Hood, or A Midsummer Night's Dream? So, what was the first play Olivia de Havilland? A Midsummer Night's Dream. Which river in India do most Hindus consider very sacred? The Ganges, the Indus, or Krishna? The Ganges. In Turkey, what is widely not accepted to do at night because it is believed it summons spirits? Praying, whistling, or dancing? Whistling. The first Ferris wheel introduced in 1893 was called the Chicago Wheel, the Exposition Wheel, or the Big Wheel. The Chicago Wheel. What was the first spin-off flavour of Cheerios released in 1976? Honey nut, cinnamon nut, or chocolate? Cinnamon nut. What doll was released in 1966 in the UK and was modelled after the US G.I. Joe? Soldier Man, Special Forces Man, or Action Man? It's Action Man. True or false? John Adams and Thomas Jefferson died hours apart on the 50th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. That's true. Which work of art has their own mailbox for all of the love letters it receives? Mona Lisa, Birth of Venus, or Girl with a Pearl Earring? The Mona Lisa. Fill in the Robert Frosts, stopping by woods on a snowy evening, but I have promises to keep. And the woods are lovely, and the miles go before I sleep, and the snowy evening looks bleak. And the miles go before I sleep. The oldest dog lived to 29.5 years old. What breed of dog was it? A golden retriever, a dachshund, or an Australian cattle dog? An Australian cattle dog. When chainsaws were first invented, what was its purpose? To assist with childbirth, to cut wood, or to create sculptures for royalty? To assist with childbirth. Which condiment was originally sold as medication? Ketchup, mayonnaise, or mustard? Ketchup. What dessert was also invented by a woman who opened the first cooking school in America? So the dessert was apple pie, lemon meringue pie, or brownies? It was lemon meringue pie. What was the first television show to show a part of a toilet on screen in 1957? Father Knows Best, The Twilight Zone, or Leave It to Beaver? Leave It to Beaver. Which artist's music is played by the British Navy to deter Somali pirates? Elvis Presley, Britney Spears, or Billy Joel? Billy Joel. Oh, my favourite. But it's not. It's Britney Spears. Billy Joel wouldn't deter the pirates. 1980. Which volcano erupted in Washington state and killed 57 people? Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, or Glacier Peak? Mount St. Helens. Which British colony gained independence in 1961? Kiribati, Brunei, or Cyprus? It's Cyprus. The Krispy Kreme founder brought the original donut recipe from a New York City pastry chef, a Parisian mother, or New Orleans French chef? A New Orleans French chef. What religion helped develop Chinese meditation, astrology, and feng shui? Hinduism, Taoism, or Buddhism? Taoism. What animal was used as a brooch until the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals? Hummingbird, chameleon, or hamster? A chameleon. In Chicago, the tampering of what medicine led to protective seals on pill bottles? Tylenol, amoxicillin, or Aleve? Tylenol. Which American football team was involved in the helmet catch play during the Super Bowl in 2008? New York Giants, Kansas City Chiefs, or San Francisco 49ers? New York Giants. Which 1950s television show first broadcast the dance, The Stroll? American Bandstand, The Ed Sullivan Show, or The Dick Clark Show? The American Bandstand. The person who invented the Rubik's Cube was a professor of art, architecture, or chemistry. Architecture. Approximately how many islands are there in the Philippines? 100, 3,500, or 7,600? Which was invented by Scandinavian Vikings? Primitive skis, snowshoes, or medical surgery? Primitive skis. That was your last one. So how did you do today? Drop your score in the comments below, and of course like and subscribe so you get notified every time we post a new quiz. And please join us next time on Quiz Time.